Hello friends, in the last few videos we have discussed on the decision making and loops. Today we will discuss on the term function. In this video we will discuss function in detail and how to create them and why they are used. Let's get started. In programming, a function is a group of related statements which perform a specific task. Function help us to divide a large program to the smaller chunks that are easier to understand and also easier to edit or change further if needed. Let us, we have to create a program to draw a circle and a rectangle also and then to color them. Instead, editing a large program, we can divide the program into three small parts. At first, create a circle function, then create a rectangle function, then create the color function. And then we use the function to create the complete program as described or as desired. Now, how to create a function in Python? We use the def keyword, which stands for the function definition, followed by the function name. Followed by the empty parenthesis and then followed by the colon. After that, the body of the function is there. Let us define a function. Suppose here we are changing the name of the function as hello. However, if we run the code, the execution will give an error as the body of the function is missing. Let us check. If we run the code, there is an error as the body of the function is missing. So we add the print statement to the body. print hello, another print statement, world. Remember, we have to use indentation to specify the body of the function. So if we run the code now, there is no error, but no output is there. So that means defining a function would not do anything itself. So what to do now? To bring the function in action, we need to call it. And we can call it like that. Hello from outside of the function. So if we run the code now, we are getting the output as hello world. Let's check what is happening here. At first, we call the function hello. Then control of the function jumps to the function that is hello. That is the function header. Then body of the function executed. When this task is completed, the control of the program goes back to the function call and then to the next statement of the function call is executed. But here there is no statement, so no output is there after hello world. Now, once we defining a function, we can call the function as many times as we required. Suppose we are calling that hello function 3 times. If we run the code, what happens? Look at the output. Hello world, hello world, hello world. That means 3 times the output is there. So if we need to run a code again and again, we can wrap the code in a function and call the function as many times as we want. But one thing to remember, we have to define the function first before we call the function. Otherwise, it would give an error. Let's check. Suppose we are deleting these two statements and we are defining the function hello after call of the function. So what should happen here? Built-in's name error, name hello is not defined. So once again we have to define the function first before we call the function, otherwise it would give an error. Let's talk about Python arguments. To make the function more personal, we can pass values to a function, and the values which are passed to the function are called arguments. Let's check it with a code. Suppose we have a function def. The name of the function is greet, and we have the variable name. Now print hello, and after that the variable name. Now we have greet and Dishan. That Dishan is the argument we are passing. Dishan is assigned in the name variable, and we print the name variable value also with the string hello. Let's check what is happening here. If we run the code, hello Dishan. Now after the execution of the body of the function, the control goes back to the greet function and then proceed to the next statement. But there is nothing here to execute. We are once again giving another output or string here with the print function. So if we run the code, now that giving us the output as hello Dishan. That means after the call of the greet function, the print function gives the output welcome here. Next, passing multiple arguments. Suppose we have a function here def hello, and two parameters are there, name comma me. Obviously the colon is there, and print hello name comma I am comma me, the variable. Then we are calling the hello with name as Dishan and with me, that is Shumon. Let's run the code. hello Dishan, I am Shumon. So two arguments are passing here to the variables name and me. Dishan is passing to the variable name, that is the argument Dishan, that is the parameter name, and Shumon argument is passing to the parameter, that is the variable me. Let's check another code. Suppose we have the name of the function add number n1 comma n2 colon, then result is equal to n1 plus n2. Print the sum is comma result. Now we are trying to take the input from the user. So number 1 is equal to int input, enter number 1, and number 2 is equal to like the same, enter number 2, and now we are calling the function add number with arguments number 1 comma number 2. Let's check the code. Enter number 1 5, enter number 2 6, the sum is 11. Here at first the add number, this function call is happening, then the argument number 1 that has been taken from the user in number 1 variable is going or passing to the parameter n1. Same as for number 2 that has been taken from the user and is passing to the parameter or the variable n2. Then result, that variable is doing the addition n1 plus n2, then the output print the sum is result or the 11. Let's change int with float, and another one number 2 is now with float. So if we run the code now, enter number 1, suppose we have given 5.4, enter number 2 6.7. Look at the summation, that must be 12.11. We get that error because floating point representation error in Python. If we check with other floating point numbers, suppose 5.1 and 6.2, here now the result is right. Next we are proceeding to the return value from a function. Here we are giving the output using the print function from inside the function, but we can get the output and use it from outside of the function. We can achieve it by using the return statement. Let's change the code now. We use the keyword return. result, and we are assigning output, that is the name of the variable, and we are changing it to output. Let's check the code. Enter number 1, that is the first one. We are giving 3. Enter number 2, 4. The sum is 7.0. Add another print function here. Suppose print end. So we can get like that. Enter number 1, 2, then 4. We are getting 6.0 and then end. What is happening here? At first, number 1, that variable, is taking the value from the user. Number 2, that variable is taking the number from the user. Then add number, that function is called. Number 1 as argument passing to the parameter n1. Number 2 as the second argument passing to the parameter n2. Then the result variable is holding the addition of n1 and n2. Then it is returning the value of the variable result to the call function. Then the value is assigned to the variable output, and that has been, we are getting as an output with the help of print function. Then finally the output end is here. Let's we change the code. After return result, we are adding another statement with the print end. What should happen? Enter number 1, 5, then 6. The sum is 11. Look, that print end output is not there. Why? Because after return result, the control of the function goes back to the add underscore number from where the function has been called. Here the print statement, that is the end, does not execute, as when it gets return statement is encountered, immediately the function terminates and control of the program goes back to the point from where the function has been called. Now whatever we have defined here, those are user defined function. But although we have used so many built-in functions like print, float, int, input and so on in our videos. Suppose we have a list like this. Marks, we can use the len function, len, to find the length of the list. Suppose length, that is the name of the variable, and now len marks. So if we print the length variable and we run the code, we are getting the output as 5 because the number of items in the list marks is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. If we need to sum of the list items, we can simply use the sum function to get the summation of the item. Let's check with the code. Suppose we are giving the name of the variable as addition and that one is sum marks. So if we print the sum is ti when, let's check the result. That is 5 is the first output from print length, total number of items in the list marks, and the second one is 296, that means 50 plus 55 plus 60 plus 65 plus 66. So in that way we can use the function in Python. So a function is a block of code that performs specific task. We use the def keyword to define a function. We can pass values to a function which one called parameters or arguments. Functions has to be defined before it is called, and the return statement can be used to inside a function. It returns a value from a function and exits the function.